The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
This is, by the way, why you will also sometimes see 2 dots instead of like 1 or 3.
I did see that at one point. Luxalazaks is a town of 4 districts like the 4 chambers of a hearth. Customs become more lax as you descend the quarters, but this does not mean they can be ignored. The Quartier Exalt. In the Exalted Quarter, it is custom and law to carry a light with you wherever you move about. Light shows you hide nothing and go with intent. If the light is too bright, it is offensive. It is poor form to double back, change direction rapidly, or return partway through a trip. It shows ill thought out, poor thought, lack of proper planning, and indecisiveness. A drow would rather finish the journey and make a separate trip back if she forgot something rather than commit the faux pas of turning around part way. Often if something is dropped in the Exalted Quarter, the dropped item will be ignored by the one who dropped it, leaving it to a companion to retrieve and be returned later in private. It is considered polite to ignore things dropped by others, as if it had not happened. If one was to point it out, it would shame the one who dropped the item. Phrases similar to, "Perhaps I should come with you to help you carry your possessions," is a careful implication that someone might drop something. It is used exclusively to imply that they should not be trusted to carry a secret, and they are not trusted fully. Any offer to help someone with their items is considered such. The Quartier Élevé. In the elevated quarter, it is considered poor form to gather mid-street to converse. Conversing and gathering is best done at corners. Merchants and vendors are the exception. It is common for young couples to walk in the extensive gardens together, but they should take care not to ever walk an identical route. If they do, it implies their union would be uncaring or improper. A male may not meet the eyes of a female he is not related to. To do so without being guided to do so or instructed to do so is improper, and reacted to as though he had touched her inappropriately. He is usually met with violence, sometimes death. Strangely, the above is not true if the female was a merchant. If you are negotiating with a female in any way, or if you have reached an agreement, you may always look a female in the eye if she is an innkeep, tavern owner, or priestess performing services. "You may meet my gaze" does not literally mean exactly that, although it does grant permission. It announces to those present that the male in question is taken and possessed by the woman who uttered it. This does not imply literal slavery, but does lay claim to his body for a while. Some women have fought over a male, but it is rare. The Quartier Saint-Merger. In the drowned quarter, it is common to cover one's head with a hood, or the lower face with a scarf or mask. The nearest area, the deep, is often referred to as the deep, or the damp, sorry. Drawn weapons are considered good manners here. Unlike other areas, a drawn but not readied weapon says, "I am prepared, and I consider you may be a threat," which is complimentary. However, a readied weapon is a challenge and an insult. "Put up your blade" is a common phrase, meaning to put away or put down your weapon, even if it is blunt. It's usually used by tavern owners, merchants, or guards. While a bared blade is a sign of respect, walking around with bared weapons for no reason makes one appear foolish. It is also possible to use it variably. Bearing a quarter-inch of steel before putting it back away can be a sign of wariness, but recognizing a friend. Sometimes friends will draw their blades and place them beside one another on the table between them whilst drinking. When doing the above, swords are placed tip to hilt beside one another in the middle of the table. The 2 drinkers will take the farthest mug at first and drink, but then place it closer to them ever after. It is important the swords do not touch. Well, that would be gay. And must be retrieved without touching when the drinking is done.
See? Let's be like this.
Yeah.
It is also, I don't think I wrote it down, but it is also important that during the drinking and when you reach for your weapon, you not cut yourself on the other person's blade.
Friends often... Friends often sit across tables from one another, not beside it, unless there is a large gathering of 3 or more. Unlike the elevated quarter, failing to meet a female's eyes here can lead to violence. It's situational.
That is what we say.
You wanted more complicated cultures. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the pointy gits.
It's the underground pointy gets. Doesn't get more south than underground.
Right, because north is uphill.
Yeah. General, in all sections of the city, if you turn a mug or tankard handle away from you, it means refill my drink. Once the server has done so, immediately turning the handle back towards you means thank you, or some drow equivalent. If a table has a light on, usually a glowing crystal, dimming or extinguishing it means do not approach. But this is not often done, as it is signal of suspicious behaviour. Makes sense. If a table has no light, asking for one is not advised, it means I have nothing to hide, which means I'm hiding all of the things you want to know. Assassinate me in the alley outside for secrets of wealth. So it seems. It is customary to pay priestesses for their services. You must determine what to pay. They will judge you on how accurate the payment is. Low or insufficient payment may result in refusal later or slow services. Too high may result in similar treatment. Money is to be folded into a parchment envelope, or in some cases left on the bedside table. Now, note. Or tableside bed. Servicer clerics should not seek to enforce their god's will locally. It is considered rude at best, espionage at worst. It is very important you remember that anyone may enter the arena as a gladiator. Note. Leaving is optional. And an additional note. Leaving alive, that is. And may be deemed... and may demand this at any time. Why? Winning arena fights gains one a certain credit. An ephemeral currency which may count in your favour if facing punishments. Punishment is likely to become less if you were a winner at the arena. Many condemned have asked for the arena facing a bad punishment. Of course, sometimes despite this, Heidner will refuse, and somehow this is acceptable too. Servants of important people do not usually speak with their voice, or command obedience in lieu of that important person. There are some exceptions, but those exceptions will carry a token from their mistress to indicate such, usually a ring or warrant. There is no shame in demanding proof of this. More notable persons. Domina Casadera, the ruler of the Drow from House Deshard. She has initiated unprecedented military build-up and increased patrols in the Underdark recently. In a time where the High Priestesses command restraint, Casadera has built a large army. High Priestess Heidner of Thol. An older woman, although what that even means to elf-kind I cannot say. She preaches peace, stability, and preparedness, unusual as her goddess governs war. Her calm and rational voice is the only break on Drow aggression. She comes from House Saria originally. High Priestess Velka of Thalth. A younger priestess to reach this height. She hails from House Deshard. High Priestess Selene of Loth. Stern and cold, known... Is it Saline? Is it Selene or Saline?
Saline.
Saline, okay, good. Just notice the extra Y in there. Known for she's stern and cold, known for her short declarative speeches, harsh punishments, and encyclopedic knowledge of what's right. In capitals and quotes, so... Vincent Noviant. Vincent Blackwind. Vinny Blacks as a magister, a male one, which is uncommon. He and his students are contracted to assist the army and thus enjoy high status here.
Vinny Blacks.
Isabelle Serpentine. Isabella Serpentine. A sorceress of unusual skill and cruelty. One of the 4 founders, she espouses that magic flows better through pure blood and that those of lesser purity should be purged. She is the mistress of the dark arts.
Slytherin!
Maxine Umbrasé. Another founder, a mage who specializes in enchantment, alteration, and enchantment. First enchantment has a capital letter, so it's enchantment!
There you go.
She espouses that courage and bravery compensate for any lack of privilege. Gabrielle Sangloon. Gabrielle Bloodmoon. Or was it Gabrielle?
Gabriel.
Gabrielle, yeah. A third founder of the Blood Moon Skull, which is a translation of her last name. Prizes knowledge of any kind, learning and wisdom. Lucien Lacroix. Lucien Crossbow. Common born, but has risen to great heights. A skilled, some say peerless archer. Is also a weapons merchant. Genevieve Electrohombe. Genevieve Starshadow. A captain of great renown, an explorer and merchant captain. She is known for taking several ships out to the deep and returning with great wealth. Alexandre Coudessin. Alexandra Heartsblood. The fourth and final founder, considered to be very skilled with lesser magics and difficult to learn potions. There's the drow money.
Yep!
Found it!
Thanks! Thanks! Yep. It's right there too. I searched this document for the word money, and it didn't show up, but I'm looking at it now!
Yeah.
Drow money.
And it even says money. It wasn't even just currency to throw you off.
You might spell it as money, not money.
Money! Oh god, if I did search it in all caps, it won't find undercut.
Sidur Dishard. From the ruling house, a one-band general and commander of the local guard. Proud, confident, quick to anger, quick to forget, avoid. Oh, hopefully she'll forget us then. I'm guessing not.
Sorry. Forget.
Julien Dishard. Julien is a prominent soldier and gladiator. He would be the greatest fighting man of his generation if it was not for... Pierre Fire. A four-band general, and actually highest ranked commander in the army, an unparalleled genius of drow combat, charming. It is said, though I see it not. Brigitte Thayer. Ambitious priestess, some say she plots a coup against Dishard. Of course, that cannot be true, for what would it land her? Dead, and she is not. But they do still whisper it. Sunshine. The mutant drow of Ledesma, who was sworn bodyguard to Brigitte Fire. She is feared by most drow. Others are disgusted by her. She wears a mask and little else. Aldo Dazinda. Speaking of mutant bodyguards, this product of Dazinda's bizarre chiromancy, they say. Other houses. Of course, there are many other houses of nobility and lesser. I know not of all of them, but some can be spoken with some authority. House Diabigny, the Aubergine, Aubergine,
Sorry.
Aubigny. This house has ties to the ships which sail off, raid, and explore. They hold land in the Drowned Quarter. House LaRoe. For some reason, drow of the city will not discuss this house openly. They do not react with violence, but will not discuss it. I was able to find their colours, salmon pink and silver grey. Strange, no manse holds this banner. House Durand, headed by a male, exclamation mark. Lord Durand of House Durand is a two-band general in retirement as he was injured.
Durand.
Yeah. I'm not hungry like the wolf.
That's right.
Yellow
It's
Eyes.
a reference to Split Ends.
There is Yellow Eyes. There is a legend. I mention it last, and then there's a note. Except, of course, for some reading suggestions. But Yellow Eyes are not common amongst the drow. In fact, they are virtually unheard of. They wait, it is said, for the woman with yellow eyes and pure of blood, unexpected. She will be sent away and return in the drow's brightest moment. A note. A bad thing if you were drow. Another note. Some scholars argue this line means their cleverest moment, but that is unlikely. It is unlikely since you listen to drow scholars; they're constantly having those. Without her, they shall fall back and suffer loss. And then we have the draw money.
Now, I believe I have printed that for everyone in a sheet that you can just insert into your money section.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it should be double-sided, or at
Yes.
least it should have multiple currencies
So we've
on
actually
it.
got, yes, because all the major houses have a
Have
currency.
their own currency.
Right, you can read that too, Ken.
Oh, okay. Drell money! Each house gain... No. Sorry.
Go on! If you want to just shred your throat.
Each house mints its own coins, usually with the house device on one side and the matron on the reverse. You can gauge who the most powerful house is by examining what coins are in the most common circulation. They are all interchangeable in value and about half Imperial marks. There are some of the more common ones in order of when I made my visit. I'm not going to read the rest. I'll just do the intro in that voice. Gishard. Half value of Imperial marks.
You don't have to read the table.
Yeah.
The table
I
will be
will-
the table is the same for literally all of them. I don't know why I printed the table out over and over and over
This
again.
this is so typical Drow. Like, we have our own currency. It is the same as your... No, it is not. It is our own.
We'll have its own table, god damn it.
It's more about
You can't ask,
producing the right coins
you
rather
can't
than...
ask the Hatfields and the McCoys to share a table.
Yeah. It's about producing the right coins and having to pay extra if you don't. The coins are all circular and possess the stylized spider on one side and the face of a female drow on the reverse. Presumably the matron. The coins vary in size and weight.
Obviously by denomination.
And fire. The coins are oval and possess a backwards F merged along the upright with an R device on one side and the face of a female drow on the reverse, presumably the matron. The coins vary in size and weight. Vul. The coins are all octagonal with a slight bevel which causes a slight pointiness to the vertices and possess the scimitar and the skull sigil on one side and a gauntletized fist surrounded by stylized fire on the other. The coins vary in size and weight.
And of course they're all metal.
Oh, of course. As well as the base
Jacinda.
coins.
Oh god.
They've gotta be different, don't you, Jacinta?
I just
You just
noticed
gotta be special,
there's a
don't
fucking
you?
huge
Gotta be the oddball, am I right, Danny?
The coppers are circular and possess the umber hog head and profile on one side and a drinking cup on the other. The silver is square with a slightly bowed edges with a mushroom on one side and a stylized Z on the other. The electrum is circular, bearing the profile of a female drow on one side, presumably the matron, and a volcano on the other. The gold coins have 8 sides, bearing the stylized Z on one side, sculpted to appear as though on fire, and on the other side a crystal with 7 sides, surrounded by lines radiating out from it. The red Jacinda Platinum has the shape of an Umber Hulk as seen from the front, and on the back the same Umber Hulk as seen from reverse. It appears to have left a present. The coin is oval.
Because they've gotta be fucking weird.
Ledesma. The
Sorry,
coins
but-
are all circular and a little wider and thinner than others. With the exception of the platinum, which is octagonal and possesses the profile of a female drow on one side, presumable the matron, and a collar with a spiral chain coming from it, and ending at the edge of the coin on the other. The coins vary in size and weight.
Yes.
Why not peruse the learnings from my other adventures? The Bonefields explored and a meeting with the Undertaker of Elcasta. How I named Vaestula. The Wall of Spears separating truth from tale. Touring the 4 nations which make up Serenia. Waves and wind, the seas of Arok. Imperia, not just a default currency. A pirate's life from the experience to understanding. In search of Darmok Ironbeard. Illithids, they are not to be feared, they are our friends. Mysterious Zhang Ba, scruting the inscrutable. Ninjas, fairy tales of death. Matching the Matchlands, surviving the Orklands. Tywin's Gap today, a travelogue. Mysterious Merland. What is in all that land between border and sea? The shape of a woman, the appearances of woman across the world. Don't get on the boat, a collection of horrifying sailing adventures. You got on the boat, didn't you? A survival guide for the shipwrecked. We need to get that one. Granham's Tower, Monument Death Trap, tourist attraction.
I really like Pizarro's books. I also like that I don't have to write most of them because the whole thing is the title. You know what the rest is just for reading that.
Yeah.
Well, that was a great night. I think we'll end it there, and I'll see you.
Oh, is it really?
No,
Oh,
it's only 10:30.
I need an ale.
Would you like a drink?
Yeah.
Well, go get one.
Oh, wait.
Kitchen's right over there.
I just run to the toilet.
Right.
Hey,
Well-
no, you didn't read. You didn't get to go anywhere.
No, you have to sit there until he gets back.
You can't read.
You said you couldn't. You got out of that. Guess who's reading the whole scream sheet next time we do badges, whenever that is.
Friday?
We'll see.
It's fine if we have to skip.
We'll see. According to Ken, I have to write 17 fucking things on the website this week.
Did he put that many
He's
NPCs
a
in?
demanding little bastard.
Oh,
He ticked all the boxes, did he?
Well, pretty much.
motherfucker.
I think I took one.
Anyway, so yes, Saphiro sets aside the book, and it's like, ugh.
Well, it's probably a good thing we went through that.
Yes.
We're probably lucky that we haven't been had our throats slit so far.
I think we're a bit busy for that to happen.
Sorry, I can't slit my throat today. I'm very busy. You don't even know.
Well, I assume the 2 rooms are split for the genders.
I think we would have gone upstairs to read that book in one room.
Yeah, we've got 2 rooms. So I'm
Well,
guessing.
you want to...
The rooms are tidy and dry. Wooden furnishings. You know, single bed.
There's just one single bed in each room.
Yeah, it's a king single though.
Right. So it looks like whoever's in each room is expected to sleep together.
I don't think they'll have much. I think
Well,
one of
let's
us-
be honest, one of us is going to be keeping watch if the other's sleeping anyway.
That's right.
How fair are you as far as requiring rest?
I have not rested yet.
Well, perhaps you should rest while I watch. I at least got a chance to rest before praying.
We need to sort out our companion first.
Yes, and what is that?
This thing's filled with sound effects of the Underdark City.
And you can't just. I'll just place her on the bed at least, so she's. What's happened?
Just fling her onto the bed.
No, just like gently place her down. Come on, Em, you've got to snap out of this. You need to. Take in your hand. You need to learn how to use the other one. Get a weapon and get back at them for what they did. You're stronger than this. I know you're still in there. We're not giving up on you, and you shouldn't give up on yourself.
It's like talking to a brick.
Come on, man, you're still in there somewhere. You need to tell us what's wrong. We can't help you if you can't give us something to work with.
I kind of just waiting on Brendan to get back so I can do the next bit.
I'll just keep like that.
Yep. The problem is it's not going to work.
No.
No, but still. Come on. And I look deeply, like, in her eyes and see if there's even blinking.
No.
She's breathing though, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. I guess.
I have to at least eat or drink something. Perhaps I'd do it myself, Sulan, but being a man, I'm not sure they would respect me. Could you perhaps see if you could get some water from the barkeep? And maybe we can at least get him to drink something.
I'll see what I can do. I'll head downstairs to the tavern. I'll head back upstairs.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you might as well just take all of this.
He's had the coin, so.
Oh, what currency did we get it in out of the various?
Deshard.
The shot, okay. So cross out, and
You see it was red.
of course it's Deshard, our enemy.
Did I bother to name their default currency? Oh, because they don't have a default, so...
Well, the ones we got, I think, are all just named after the house. Right?
I think the gold are called ore.
Oh, I see what you mean, like the...
Ore.
Yeah.
Yes, they are all.
So all the gold's called ore.
Yeah. No matter what the house is, the
Yeah.
names of the values
Oh,
are
they
same.
are all the
Yeah,
same.
they're all the same.
There's literally no
That's
point
great.
to replicating those tables other than...
Because
I
They'd
think it is-
replicate the tables.
I think it's great social commentary on their houses.
Sulin heads back downstairs.
I'll head to the keep. I wish water.
Certainly. How much?
2 pitchers.
Should not pamper those men. You should make them do their job for you.
I'd rather them not insult you first until we get the feel of how you do things around here. It's probably safer if I do it.
I understand. Men can be so unreliable and untrustworthy.
How much for this?
Water? Please.
That's... Thank you. I'll take the water upstairs. Yeah. 2 pitchers.
Thank you.
It is free.
No. I suppose it is water.
They also said that I should send you down to get it, but I'm a bit concerned that you may not come back.
Oh.
Is there anything to pull this in?
Well, her open mouth is right there.
Okay, sure. I'll set her up and like cradle the back of her head.
Just to fill you in, you've just been watching him gently molest him
Oh, yeah.
with words.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I'll see if I can.
You just borrow.
Is she swallowing what's going in? Or?
I'm sure some of it's going in there.
Come on, man, work with me here. What do you want me to do?
Can you answer the
Door?
Pharaoh?
Of course. I'll put the picture down, I guess. Lay him back down gently, and go and answer the door.
Look down. Down.
Yeah, I'll look.
He has no choice.
Yeah, I'm used to looking down when I answer a
That's the
door.
problem.
But
A drow is there. I know, right? Shocking.
One of the odds.
yeah,
A rare drow.
yeah, I throw my Pokeball at it.
Do you want to?
I don't have one.
He doesn't want to throw his pokey ball at it.
But yeah, who can I get? Is there a better description, or do I need to roll a perception?
Oh, I could give you a better description, but you're looking down at the floor. So
I'm not looking down that much. I'm looking slightly down.
As long as you're looking in their eyes.
Well, it
Yeah.
depends
Well,
on
I
the
want to see
district.
what gender they are first, and then I'll lower my gaze if it's a female.
It is a female.
Then I'll lower my gaze a bit.
Cleavage gazing, huh? I see.
The advantages
Not
of being
supposed
so
to look
tall.
in their eyes. It didn't say anything about their cleavage. I'm sorry, ma'am.
You are summoned. All of you. You may leave the cripple and the orc if you wish.
Do you wish to come?
Someone should stay. I will stay.
Might be better politically.
Better sleep.
Thank you.
The soldier leads you outside.
I will make a point of opening the door wider and stepping aside so Sulin can go ahead and then following.
Outside, a phalanx of guards awaits. They surround you and march you forth.
Color?
Yes?
Assortment.
Yeah, the sampler pack.
Okay. Neapolitans are out. No.
Everyone wants a piece of this.
You are led to this thing here. It's you start here, and here is that little snooter there. That's where you're being led up to. Now, front of that is a variety of priestesses who are like passing around a parchment between each other, but then when you like goes around, it's like, oh, sorry, yes, no, yes, no.
Smart.
General Deshard is also there. So there's a lot of talking in Drow, ceremonious sounding words spill forth. Guards all look at you like you're about to get stabbed to fuck 'em back. And then the parchment is handed over to the general, who through gritted teeth says, "Since you have performed such a grand service for our people, the previous decision to throw you into the arena until you are dead has been rescinded."
Thank you.
When he gets down on one leg.
Thus, your property is being returned, and you have visitors' rights within the walls of Vuxoazarx, though you are admonished to not break any laws.
Thank you.
Go with our blessings.
I will try to whisper so only Sulin can hear. Just one simple word.
And of a companion.
Did not perform the service.
I was being, can we visit her?
That will be quite impossible.
Pray tell?
You do not have access to those areas. I'm so dreadfully sorry.
It is very
You
unfortunate.
get the subtle
That-
idea that she is absolutely not sorry and is delighting in denying you this because fuck you.
And I'm not showing any concern at all. He might, but I'm not.
I am, but the thing is, my head is down,
Yeah.
facing the ground, so...
I won't give her the luxury of thinking. Is there anything else we can help you with?
I'll see. Priest is a sort of like, They begin to file into the building. The guards suddenly look like they don't know what they're doing. Because no one has told them.
Do we escort them back or do we stay here? What's this going on?
Yes, so a horse and cart is eventually brought forth because you're all just standing there awkwardly for 20 minutes. And it is presented to you, an awkward guard is just like,
Thank you.
Horse and cart.